Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Marissa and this is Kiss Kiss It's Miss. I am so excited! Today we are doing a Jaclyn Hill inspired look. We are going to be using the Jaclyn Hill by Morphe palette. We use this, or I purchased this whenever it first came out. I don't even remember, maybe it was last year around this time. And it is like my favorite palette. It is always my go-to. Jaclyn Hill is my #1 YouTube girl. I'm obsessed with her. She is where I learned anything and everything. And she actually has another collection coming out on June 26th. She has a Vault collection. It is also curated with Morphe. It is a lot more eyeshadow pieces and pigments. I'm just so excited. It's so hard for me to talk. Jaclyn Hill's new collection comes out on June 26th with Morphe. They are 4 different palettes and they are small. They have mirrors in them. You can see everything in all the swatches if you go and check out her YouTube video that she posted yesterday on her YouTube channel, Jaclyn Hill. So we are gonna go ahead and do our Jaclyn Hill inspired look today using her first palette with Morphe. If you wanna see how I achieved this look, go ahead and stay tuned. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I am going to grab my Jaclyn Hill by Morphe palette. I am so excited that she has her new collection coming out. It is amazing. It'll be here at June 26th. There's like a whole vault collection. It'll be so wonderful. So I'm gonna grab my Jaclyn Hill palette in honor of her. So I am going to be doing a really easy look today. I'm gonna grab a big fluffy brush and just pop some of this like really light brown, it's called Silk Cream, all over my eyelid. Windshield wiper motions are the key, really lightly, starting at the base and working your way up, because I'm gonna cover my whole eyelid. And then just circling it out at the end. So the next color that I'm gonna grab is this like sunshine yellow color. Just gonna put it on the base of my lid and my crease, just to warm it up a little. Give a little dimension. We're not gonna be doing anything exotic. I just wanted to do something for the daytime, which is a little soft eye look for me, and I'm just so excited for Jaclyn, so I just had to use this palette today. I just watched her YouTube video that I'm gonna take this color right next to it and run it in my crease, and I just watched her video last night of the entire collection that she's launching, and she swatched all the shades, and it is like a set to this Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe. She's still doing another collab with Morphe. It's just all of the other shadows plus some that aren't in this palette, so they complement each other really well. And you don't have to buy the whole vault. You can just do individual palettes, and they're a lot smaller than this. They're like great for traveling. They have mirrors. They're so great. You already know Mama's interested in those, right? So I'm just bringing it out a little. It really makes the eye appear bigger when you bring it out. I just like draw it out to like the end of my eyebrow, which I'm gonna create the end of my eyebrow. That's how you know where it is. And then I'm just blending it all together after I ran that other color in my crease. Now I'm just gonna take this brush right here. It's the Morphe E17. It is a more compact, tapered blending brush. And I am going to pick up this color in the middle. It's kind of like a brownish red, or brownish orange, excuse me. Tap it in, just tap off the excess, and I'm just gonna lightly tap it on the outer corner. And then circular motions to buff it in. Puff Nato, I hear you. What you doing? What you doing, Puff? My little Puff, she's just a wild woman. Just gonna do the same thing on the other side. I was without her for a whole week. Last week it made me so sad. I'm just so happy to have her back. And once again, I always do the darkest color, or not always, but a lot of the time I like to focus the darkest color on the outside. And what you do is you just tap the pigment on so that way you don't get all this color everywhere. And then after I have it on the eyelid, I start blending it and buffing it in with this brush, and I drag it inside to blend so there's not a harsh line. And I don't take it too high, I just keep it right in the lower corner underneath where my like socket bone is essentially. I'm just doing light circular motions on the ends. And then just to blend it all, I'm gonna take that same other blending brush that I had. You're so cute, the puffies are so cute. And run it in the middle of my eyelid. Just bring it in and just lightly run it over my whole eyelid just to make sure it's all nice and blended. Bring it out. Okay, that's all we're gonna do for the eyeshadow. So now it's time for some brows. Gonna grab the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer as always. All right, brows are on. Now I'm going to go ahead and prime my face, grabbing my Hourglass Veil Primer. And swipe a little here. Just gonna lightly tap it in. Now I did my eyes first today. No reason in particular. I typically do it if I'm doing like a darker look or if I'm taking my time, but that's not the case today. But I just went ahead and wanted to get started with the eyes first, so it really doesn't matter. And then I'm just lightly pressing this into the skin. Now, I have hazel eyes, so I feel like whenever I do like a warm brown tone, reddish brown, orangey brown, it really brings out the lighter color in my eyes. So that is something that I really like to do. If you think this is like a too orangey or too red, just, there are so many different color variations in this palette that I just gravitate to those, but you can still concentrate on just these right here, and even just like this dark one over here, and you don't have to do like a warm look. Any browns will do. It doesn't have to be the Jaclyn palette. That's just the look that I'm going with today. So now that I have that, I'm actually going to mix my two foundations because I'm kind of in between my colors. So I have the Nars Radiant Foundation in Vienna and Barcelona. I am going to pump 1.5 on the back of my hand of my darker color, and then 2 pumps of Vienna on the back of my hand, just like that, just next to each other. And then I'm gonna mix them, just the end of a brush on my hand, just like this. Just until I get like them all together. Then I'm just gonna take the excess and I always do this. I don't know why. And then I'm gonna take my Morphe brush, my M439, and start down here and start buffing it in. You don't necessarily have to get like super underneath your eyes because we're about to like go in with concealer. But I do like to go around my brows with this and then down my nose. And then circular motions, really lightly. You don't need to be doing it like aggressively. Bring it down a little. It's kind of hard to tell in the camera if this color looks good. But in real life it does. It like blends pretty well. Right in front of my face, Tarte Shape Tape in light neutral. I also grabbed my Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer, and this is in the shade L5 Neutral. Kind of in between shades once again. So, drag it down. Just gonna add some of that to brighten up my face and help with the coloring. No rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I just do it. Grab my damp beauty sponge, press into the skin. 'Cause, 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 Just press, 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 pat, pat, pat. No swiping, nothing aggressive, light-handedly. And this is going to remove any excess concealer and really blend everything beautifully and airbrushed looking. That's why I prefer a damp beauty sponge. And this one has a point and it's from Sephora. You can use a Morphe, you can use any kind that you like. Those are just the ones that I really like to use. And the point really gets underneath your crease, or underneath your eye right here. Pat, 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 press, press, press. And then it even cleans up along the side. You can see like the line right there that we're creating for a really sharp look. Can you guys hear the wolf? She is snoring. She had a fun week at the grandparents', so she has just been recovering ever since. All right, I'm grabbing my Cover FX translucent powder. Just gonna put in my damp beauty blender and just press it into the skin where I had, excuse me, where I applied my concealer. This is going to set it. This is the #1 tip that everyone doesn't do, and they need to. I was just at a wedding this weekend. I was doing one of my girlfriend's makeup. Like, I was just like helping her out a little, clear in the same room. And I was like, so what do you set your eyes with? And she's like, I don't. And I'm like, ladies. And she just started laughing. I was like, always do this. I promise you, you will not regret it. So I'm honestly just pressing into the skin where I applied concealer and in my lines right here with my setting powder. All right, next we're gonna bronze. So I'm gonna grab my big fluffy brush and my Physicians Formula bronzer. This is in the shade bronzer, and I'm just running it in my hairline right here where the sun would naturally hit. And then up aggressively a little, because I'm gonna be a little bronzy today. Right in between, right there. And you want to drag up. You don't want to bring it too close to your mouth because that's gonna make your face appear smaller. And it's kind of like a little muddy, dirty looking. So make sure you stop it. Right there. And then after I've like applied the product to where I want it, I might blend it down a little. Like just to make sure everything's all nice and seamless. Bring it down. I'm just gonna run it down my nosy. A little more. Could just never have enough. And this Physicians Formula is at the drugstore, Ulta, wherever. I just love it. It's so wonderful. It smells like the beach. It's where I want to be, not going to work. Just kidding. Love my job. Okay, now I'm going to take my Cella Clear Brow Gel. Any clear brow gel will do, and run it over my brows. And this will keep your eyebrows up, the color on. It'll be great. It'll hold them. Then I'm gonna grab my Jaclyn Hill palette again, and I'm gonna grab my E36 inner corner highlight brush. I'm just taking the second to lightest, and I'm actually gonna mix it with the first one. Pop into my inner corners. And then I'm gonna run it underneath my brow bone. Just to give it a nice bam. That is one thing Jaclyn is so good at doing, is creating shadows that are buttery and pigmented and blendable and smooth. And this highlight color that she created is like amazing. You can use it on other parts of your face also for a highlight, but I prefer just to use it here. So good. Okay, so then one more thing I am gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just take that blending brush that I had, the E17, and I'm gonna take that yellow color and then that little brownish orange, just tap, then tap it off and just run underneath my lash line. Just really ever so lightly. You can leave this part out, but this is just what works for me. This is my style. Not everyone is into it, but I do because I prefer a really smoked out, full effect for my eyes, and I don't like to wear under eye liner really because I think it makes your eyes appear smaller. And I mean, unless like I'm doing like an all black, like all something, like, you know, unless it's like part of like that look, this just really completes the look for me and doesn't give it such a harsh appeal as putting eyeliner down here. I actually don't really wear eyeliner a lot. I don't even really wear it during the week or anything. All right, there you go. I might just take my beauty blender, dab, dab, dab underneath it, just to add a little extra boom. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab my MAC blush, just a pinch. This is the Extra Dimension blush. It's kind of aggressive looking in the pan, but it is not. Grab my angled Morphe brush, tap it off, run it on the cheeks, angled down, and then brush up. And I grab this color because it kind of is like our orangey bronze look that we're doing today. Blush is always the first thing to fade, so I always am a little heavy-handed when it comes to my blush. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Tarte Bazaar palette and just pop a little bit of this. I think I'm just gonna grab this color right here. It's called Skillful. Just tap it in there. Just to give me a little brown to it also, like a mauvey brown. And just press, press, press. All right, now for my favorite part, highlighter. Anastasia, Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter. It is the bomb. Ooh, yes, 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 yes. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my highlighting brush right quick and pop it up on my cheekbones. Okay, here we go. Shazam. Bring it up here a little. On the tips of my nosy, my cupid's bow. You know what? I'm gonna put a little on my shoulders today, my collarbone. Just for a little extra, a little casual glow for me. Okay, so now we're just gonna put on our lips. I'm gonna go in with MAC Vegas Vault. It's a really pretty tangerine, like a melony shade. It's like a satin, I think. It's an amplified, but it feels satiny. It's really smooth and hydrating. Okay, and now I'm just gonna set in with my Urban Decay All De-Slick Setting Spray. Let it dry. Here we are, the finished look. I am obsessed. I love everything Jaclyn Hill. I hope you guys are inspired by her as I am. This is her palette. Again, you can get it on Morphe. She has her Morphe by Jaclyn Hill collection coming out June 26th with her new Vault collection. Bunch of great eyeshadows just like you've seen in this video. Her YouTube channel is amazing. It really inspires me. She is where I learned anything that I have learned because I am a self-taught makeup person. So make sure you check her out if you haven't already on her YouTube channel, and you can follow her on Instagram also. Thank you guys so much for watching. Mwah. Love you guys, and I'll see y'all in my next video.